change defensively, just playing with more fire in the second half?
I think that it was a great thing, for us to play more defensive-minded guys, in the second half. I thought, TJ Buchanan, gave us a lift defensively. I thought, our young guys were really good defensively, and great energy. I real disappointed in the energy level of our older players today. I feel like they let us down, and but they need to perform better than that. And you can't rely on freshmen, first-year players, and sophomores to deliver against a team of that caliber.
You spread the minutes a little bit more today, Coach. Was that a product of what happened the last two games?
We've been, we got a tough turnaround, with the Loyola game, 2 days off, Auburn trip, 2 days off, George Mason, 2 days off, Vermont. So we wanted to try to get into the bench, a little bit more. It's just hard because TJ's not right physically yet, so we're really limited in terms of our guard numbers, especially when they have, 1, 2, 5, I guess like 12 guys that played, between 5 and 35 minutes. Their depth was significant.
How can you manage Nick? Because obviously his offensive swings have been pretty dramatic this year. Is it just you can't get him to play consistently right now?
I think that was the challenge for us coming into the year. Was they're guys that were returning to the program that have some skill and ability, but have not consistently produced at this level. I think he's capable. Obviously shown it. It's an approach and an attitude. If we're not blood and guts every time we step out on the court for 40 minutes, we have no chance to win in any game on our schedule. And that's the first time in 11 years as a head coach that I walked off at halftime where I was embarrassed by our effort.
Xavier, 24 points, a good game for you. How difficult is it when you step on the floor, they're coming for you as the big gun, and then, you put up big numbers, but you don't get the results in the win column?
It's definitely tough. It's heartbreaking. We fought hard in the second half. It's just tough to take this loss, knowing that we fought so hard in the second half.
Xavier, the three you took at the end, did you think, the way you've been shooting, it seems like everything's been going for it. Did you feel it was in?
You talking about when I passed the Nick? The last
No.
No, the one before. It just seems like everything you've been letting go.
Both time and you.
I missed it. I don't remember.
That's how shooters are. They don't remember when they miss.
I can't even remember the play.
Coach, I'll ask you.
Yeah. It was. For us, X is going to be a dynamic player here. X has got to learn to be more of a leader. And have more of a killer's mentality out there. Those are shots that, as the season progresses, he just made a huge one at Auburn. He's going to learn how to make those big shots. Him getting that look from there is about as good as it's going to come for us offensively. And there's a guy that's going to get better and better. His field goal percentage on the year is a byproduct of having to take so many tough shots because of a lack of an inside game and a lack of a consistent secondary scorer. When you have two of your senior leaders go 1 for 13, that's a lot of pressure.
How did you keep the confidence up at halftime? Because they came out and they didn't look like that team.
Yeah, I don't think that I was thinking about building their confidence at halftime as much as I was trying to avoid having a stroke or a heart attack. It was a nasty locker room scene. I don't think that there was a coach on staff that wasn't thoroughly disappointed by the fight, and it was a nasty locker room scene. And I was just really, really happy with the way Mike Powell guarded in the second half, and I think that will become, as these other guys get healthier, more of our identity, where we become more of a pressure team once we've gotten through the Ohio States and the kind of these BCS level opponents that we've been playing.
And how about the last shot? Obviously, isolated, excellent, up on top. And actually you can chip in. Nick came open, but did you think he could shake for a shot?
I know it's going to be difficult to get free for a shot, but I seen Nick open, and I believe in Nick. I seen him open. I just gave him the ball. I don't want to be selfish.
What we tried to do there was kind of get the dribble handoff and maybe cause a switch and run into a flare screen. And if they switched that and we couldn't deliver Nick, then run to a ball screen for X. And, Nick made a huge shot against Auburn. You knew X was going to get a lot of attention. And, we gave a senior an opportunity, to tie it. And, he'll make more as we go. He'll respond. He's responded, to some of the in-your-face type of stuff. And he's a stronger kid than he gives himself credit for.
You talk about a lack of inside presence, but Jordan, 6 blocks, he's not a dominant presence inside, but, he's building into a solid play.
Cope's tough matchup for him because he's real physical. He's undersized. Listen, Jordan's gonna be a great player. And an area of weakness for us. This year, very quickly. Next year is going to become an area of strength. But as far as this year goes, I see some real great development. He's already a shot blocking presence. He just has to develop an awareness on the court and an understanding of basketball as a true freshman in a top Atlantic 10 program right now. He's probably getting baby fed 8 to 10 minutes a game as he figures it out. He just logged 32, and I thought he competed hard even though he's physically overmatched by about 60 pounds.
That's right. So it was like 2 minutes into the half. Mike had just made the steal and score. George Mason called a timeout, and I saw a coach go to you and Andre, and you guys were listening very intently. Like you knew you'd done something wrong, and he was telling you what. I mean, what did you do at that? Did you know right away when it happened?
He better remember this.
Me and Andre, we saw the coach calling timeout, but it was still a guy back, and then coach said if he didn't call it, we didn't know if he didn't call timeout, we would have had to get back on defense.
They were in celebration mode, and if the coach didn't call timeout, they were going to lay the ball on at the other end. It's just it's 40 minutes of coaching every bounce of the ball and teaching, and taking this thing from scratch, and we losing kills. A little part of you dies every time you fail out on that court. By the same token, I love the determination of these guys and how we're just able to stay in games against high quality opponents. In the future, we're going to be talking about a lot of big wins. We're taking our lumps right now.
Bill, last one.
Xavier, when the coaching staff challenges you like they did at halftime, just talk about your feelings as a player and among the other players. Just talk about what you're thinking there.
We know the coaching staff believe in us. So when they left out the locker room, we talked amongst ourselves. We knew what we had to do because we've been in the situation plenty of times against bigger teams. So we knew what we had to do. Coaching staff believed in us, and we just went out and fought hard in the second half.
But I guess do you get angry? Do you feel like you have to show them something?
Yeah, we definitely have to prove it to the coaching staff that we're ready to compete.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.